Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Dianne Aquarius. I have been a psychic and a channeler on YouTube for over 3 years now, but I've been doing this my whole life, ever since I can remember. But the purpose of my channel is to help you gain a new perspective. And if you haven't already, please do hit the like button. Leave me comments. I love to know how these pick-a-piles go. Subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications. Check out membership. I have a really robust membership program. And if you do want a reading from me, go to dianneaquarius.com. So here we are. We have 3 piles in front of us. And what we're looking at today is the summer, June, July, August. Okay. So this reading is specifically for June, July, August. I know I say like a lot of my readings are timeless. This one actually is specific. This is 2023 if you're watching this in the future. And it has to do with June, July, and August. But you can watch this at any point during the summer, and that's perfectly fine. So I love little crystals. And so these actually do have little ones. So for pile 1 here, this adorable, tiny, tiny owl. This is pile 1. Pile 2, and I love this. I'll show it to you in a couple of different ways. This is actually a tiny rose. It's like a little rose that's about to open. That's pile 2. And then pile 3 is this tiny mushroom that I just thought was really fun. So take a moment, ground yourself. I do suggest putting your feet on the floor if you can, and just take like a nice deep breath. Breathe in love and light, exhale any stress or worries, and really focus in on what spirit, what the universe wants you to know about this summer. And hone in on either pile 1, 2, or 3. Go with your gut instinct. Don't overthink it. If you do want to pause the video, please feel free. If not, we're going to get ready. Today I'm drinking my watermelon water in my ladybug glass. Okay, so welcome everyone from pile 1. You chose this adorable owl. Love him. He will overwatch the reading. He'll oversee it. We'll put him right there. He can take a look. And what I'll do is the same as always. We'll take out the cards, and then I will start to unpack it for you, give you the meanings. And I'm just going to move this stuff in front of me a little bit so I have some space. Perfect. So the first card that comes out, this is the tea leaf cards, is June. So for you, pile 1, June has some special meaning. Okay, so June, torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Love that. And I love these little crystal ball cards. So adorable. This is the sign. This is the sign. Fire spark, transform. Oh, interesting. So you get fire spark and you get torch. Okay. All right. I'm starting to see a little, something going on here. Okay. Thunderbird vision. Oh, wait till I show you this too. Trailblazer. You have like a real fire theme. So I'm wondering if some of you either have fire signs in astrology, or you really relate to like the wands in tarot. But there's like real like light and fire, and like there's a real spark of joy here. I'm loving this. The Rose Oracle. The second bloom. A second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. And feel free to like ever screenshot something if you want to. Here's the other one. Open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. Angel numbers. 7-7, I am brave. 7-7, I am brave. It is time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. Well, yeah, with all this fire behind you, why not, right? This is the Archangel Michael deck. Your prayers are being answered. Now you might say, oh, Diane, I don't pray. But you know what? You do send out wishes into the universe, right? We all do that. They're being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. And I often find that to be the case in my life. I don't know about you. Like I always think, well, you know, this will happen and this is how I'm going to get it. And like, then this, and this will follow. And like, no, like it doesn't go that way. But then something better oftentimes happens. And so I always say, don't try to control it. Just be in that universal flow, you know? Step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. Love that. And then from the Ocean tarot deck, I always want to say Taracle. I don't know why. I did this in another video before. Like I'm combining tarot and oracle. I'm thinking there's something there that I need to like pay attention to, right? Because I don't believe in mistakes like that. You get King of Pentacles, which is trust. Gorgeous. And then Page of Pentacles, opportunity. Okay, so let's unpack this. So something is clearly going to be happening in June. Okay, something starts in June, like this light really starts, this torch, you know, becomes inflamed, right? Something starts to happen. You become more enlightened. You're more aware. You get like a deeper understanding of what's happening around you. You're deepening your spirituality. Maybe you start meditating for the first time or learning how to like read the tarot or, you know, learning how to channel or be a medium or work with your guides or angels or something. But there's something that there's a spark in June that starts and it just keeps going throughout the summer. So there is a spark that starts, like there's a seed that is planted. This is the sign. Okay. This is the sign. And, you know, when you have the pentagram upright, you know, it's not negative, right? If it's reversed, well, it has a very different meaning. But when it's upright, you know, it's talking about the 4 elements, you know, plus spirit. And so once again, we're back to something spiritual, but also something that's rather grounded. And so if you were looking for a sign like, should I start this new venture? Should I act upon this proposal? Should I start this project? Should I say yes to this person that's been asking me out on dates maybe? Things like that. Like, you know, this is the sign. Okay. This is the sign that you've been waiting for. Why? Because you're transforming. Okay. There's like a spark of fire in you. Like you are just all wand energy. For those of you that know tarot, like you are all wand energy, fire energy. Keep that in mind. You start a transformation in June that takes you through the summer. Okay. June is special, but then you start to move on and go even further as the summer develops. Thunderbird vision, trailblazer. Okay. This is not going to be easy for some of you, but I can see from looking, especially like when I go to this one, like, step into the spotlight, you're going to have a hard time with this, but you're also getting the card of trust. Okay. And that this is the sign. You have a message. You have a mission that you need to get out into the world. It's time to spread your wings. It's time to get yourself out there. Yes, your intuition's correct. Don't try to conform because you didn't come down to conform. My pile 1 people, you didn't come down to conform to just, you know, meet the standard quo. No, you know, or the status quo, you know, no. And actually there's nothing standard or just ordinary about you. Okay. Like you are trailblazers. This is like a brand new thing. Like this summer is almost like magical for you. And so embrace it. Because you're brave. Okay. You're brave. I am brave. You can do this. Why? Because what you're doing is actually good. right? And when we do things that are good, that, you know, help the planet, help humanity, help the environment, the universe supports us, right? And so you might start seeing sevens a lot, like 777, 777, things in groups of seven. Seven is an important number for you, okay? Now, that means that the seeds that you sow in the 6th month in June really start to take off in July, okay? June 6th could also be an important date for you, as well as July 7th, August 7th, okay? So keep that in the back of your mind that, okay, sevens are important to me. I need to pay attention. And that I do actually feel brave, you know, because sometimes we don't, you know, sometimes like we know that we have a mission and we know that like we're supposed to do certain things, and we kind of like take a step back and we're like, oh, I don't know. And we become shrinking violets. But you know what? When we become shrinking violets, we're not sharing our gifts with the world. Okay. And that's almost like selfish, isn't it? So spread your wings, you know, like I just feel like the universe is giving you all kinds of downloads and info about what you need to do next, but like you've had some resistance that needs to go. So the second bloom, here's the thing, it's never too late. This is like your second chance. You know, you're going through a new phase of life, and it may not look like what you thought. You know, you're not going to be some granny sitting there knitting and crocheting. Or if you are knitting and crocheting, you're doing it for a higher purpose. And, you know, you're like, say, helping, you know, people in the homeless shelters or something like, but you're not just, or you're teaching like inner city youth with it. You're not just going to sit there in the dark and do nothing. Like your light is about to shine. You are stepping into that spotlight. Open, say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. So start trusting. You know, you're getting these, I feel like you guys are getting messages, and you're getting trust twice. Okay. So that tells me you're getting messages, you're getting downloads. The stuff is all coming to you. You've been kind of resistant because you're like, oh, I'm not one for the spotlight. I don't know if I could do it. Like I hear this all the time. Like, I don't know if I could do what you do. And it's like, well, why not? Do you have like an iPhone or an equivalent? Press record and go. Yes, you can. But however it is that you need to share your gifts, you need to actually do it. Like this is your second chance. You're going through a new phase in your life. One phase of your life is ending. You're starting a brand new one. And here's the thing. This brand new phase is one where you're getting what you want. Your prayers are being answered. Answers will come soon, even though they may not be how you expect it. Like if somebody had told me, you know, like say 4 years ago, that I would have ever been on YouTube, because, you know, I'm kind of quiet. I am not the life of the party. I am that person at the party that if there's a cat or a dog, that's who I hang out with. You know, so like if you had told me like, oh, you're going to be, you know, in some kind of a spotlight, I would have been like, oh, you're nuts. You're crazy. No, I'm good. So the way your prayers get answered may not be what you think, but I can tell you, you're getting in that spotlight. People are going to know about you in one way, shape, or form. Maybe it's through like your church, you know, committee. And you're like, okay, this is what we're going to do to help, you know, the homeless people in our town or something. Or maybe you start a blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel. You know, you're doing something. You're putting yourself out there in a way you haven't before. Brace yourself. But at the same time, trust keeps coming up. King of Pentacles, trust. Okay. Now, here's the thing. The King of Pentacles also means that you're grounded. You're down to earth. You're stable. You're reliable. You know, you're not just some crazy person. No, you're down to earth. But also, too, if you trust in all of this and you plant these seeds in June, financially, it pays off. This is a good financial thing for you. So career, hobby, passion, all that sort of thing. anything to do with that, it's going to pay off. So that hobby of yours, that passion of yours, that career, finance, it's all the stuff, all these ideas that you're getting, trust. Okay, trust, because you are grounded. Okay, like I said, I mean, King of Pentacles is so grounded and down to earth. And also too, you know, sometimes when we talk about the Pentacles, we forget to mention that they actually are loving, nurturing, kind people. You know, they just happen to do things like more in a practical way, right? You know, say like, unlike me, who's like an Aquarius, right? I'm an air sign. I relate more to the swords. But we need all of us in this world to make things work, don't we? Right? And then you get Page of Pentacles, opportunity. So you have an opportunity coming this summer. All right. Seeds that you plant in June start to take fruition. Definitely by July, things start to happen. And then by August, I just feel like, boom, things just start to explode. You are just starting to live that life of your dreams. You're putting yourself out there, like you're becoming more courageous, more brave than what you thought. You're trusting your instinct. You're trusting your guides. And you are just having like this amazing summer. And if you notice, there actually are like no negative cards. There's no warning signs for me to give you because you already are, you know, down to earth and practical, but you are a bit hesitant. And so, and this might apply to people even that are older. Okay. Either people that are older or people that thought they had their lives completely figured out. And how could this ever happen? Like, this is crazy. I would never be living this life. I wouldn't be doing this. But you have like a really exciting summer. So that is my prediction for all of my dear pile 1 people. Make sure you put in the comments what you think, how it resonates with you. And, you know, I always like to hear, you know, how things pan out, you know, keep me updated. Because whenever you put a comment in the comment section under the videos, the YouTube creator does see them whenever you do put it. So even if you put this, you know, say like in September, I would see it. Okay. So yeah, please do that. So, all right. Thank you, pile 1, folks. And we'll move on to pile 2. Drinking my watermelon water here. Okay. Okay, so welcome pile 2 people. Thank you for joining me today. You are the ones that picked out, I love this tiny rose. Oh my gosh. Like it just looks like it's about to open and bloom. Like you can see all the folds of the petals there. Here it is upright. You know, it's just a fun little crystal. And it can sit here with our owl friend and just watch over us. So I'll do the same thing as always. I will lay out the cards and then we will unpack it and get into it. So with the tea leaf cards, the first card you get is July. You get July. So there's something about July that you need to know. Okay. Stork. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. Winged one, trust. Trust. Beautiful hummingbird. Star blanket, transition. So trust and transition here. With your angel numbers, you're getting 30. I am imaginative. I am imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. And I love these little crystal ball cards. They're tiny, they're adorable. Go. The time is right. The time is right. Okay, so I'm going to, and it lines up right there with July. Okay, from the Rose Oracle. Whispers of Mother Earth. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. Oh, interesting. You get the imaginative card, and then you get this card of like artists, writers, okay, people that are channelers, that kind of thing. Makes sense. The Return. a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. These are the Archangel Michael cards. Put your creative energy into action. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern already here. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. We'll get into that one. We'll unpack that because that says a lot. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. Well, that's probably always wise advice, right? And then from the Ocean Oracle here, Page of Wands, which is creativity. Oh, so yours has a very clear ideology here. Six of Wands, success. Okay, so let's just start unpacking this. So July is a special month for you, okay? Because you do get the July card here. So July is a special month for you where you get news of a birth or the birth of something else, right? Like a business opportunity, a new idea, a new hobby, a new relationship. There's something new coming in July for you. So if you kind of feel sort of like stagnant and bored in June, I would look at it more as you're probably just laying the seeds down that you'll need for July, because July is like such a special month for you. And then trust. So, trust the guidance and the information that you're getting, because I feel like you are getting like a lot of downloads, a lot of info, and sometimes like you're not listening, you're not trusting. Trust your gut instinct. If something feels right, it is right. Start trusting it, okay? Transition. So in July, you do start to transition. You start to change things up. And we know that it's in a very creative, imaginative, fun way. So you're, first of all, going to have a fun summer. That I can tell you. No big, huge warnings here, that's for sure. But it's definitely time to spread your wings in terms of your creativity. So for those of you who meditate and work on your chakras, start working on your sacral chakra to take your creativity and your imagination and all of that, your good ideas, to the next level. Work on your solar plexus chakra so that you can actually trust and believe in yourself to actually do this, okay? I do have, in membership, I have tons of videos on how to do that stuff. So 30, I am imaginative. I am imaginative. You're an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. But I feel like some of you aren't using your voice. You're like, wait, I have this great idea, but you start to pull back. No, let it go. Like, it's okay. Your ideas are valid, You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. So you are someone that others look to for like inspiration, good advice. Maybe when they're having a down day, they go to you, which may be actually exhausting you. I feel like some of you are getting exhausted from that, like, okay, I'm done being this bright light. It was fun for a while, universe. But I really do feel like you guys are light workers, and, you may be getting a little tired. And so don't be afraid to like set some boundaries. Okay. The time is right. So these ideas, these creative sparks that you're getting, to move forward and it can be different, because what's creative to me may not be creative to you, right? What is creativity, right? When we start to break down these ideas, what is imaginative? Imaginative, if you're like in like that stereotypical office setting, a new way to do your spreadsheets. It's different for all of us. Not every single person's going to be an actual artist, right? That would be crazy. We wouldn't want a world full of that, because everyone has their own special gifts. But that new way that you are thinking of, like, maybe the way that my husband and I are managing our house just isn't working. But, I saw this someplace else, or I came up with this idea, and wow, that really seems great. And you put it into play. How to manage your money, how to, do your spreadsheets at work. It can come in very different ways, or it can actually be, you start drawing, painting, dancing, singing, acting. Whenever I get asked to do any of that stuff, I just say yes. I mean, I'm a ballet dancer, but but gosh, my acting and singing is probably not quite as, but you know what? When I get asked, I say yes. And you know what? Because I always feel like it's meant to be, right? If you get asked to do something, then it's probably meant to be. And as long as it feels good to my intuition, I do it. And I feel like some of you guys need to start saying yes. So, Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. So some of you are going to go deeper into your spirituality and maybe start doing mediumship work, start channeling, guides, angels, that sort of thing. Some of you now, especially, and this is what I wanted to get to. Let me see. Was it this card? Yes, Archangel Gabriel. So these two complement each other. So Archangel Gabriel is the card, the angel and the card, of getting like a message out, right? Gabriel is the messenger angel. So if you have a book, a blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel, whatever, a message that you're trying to get out, Gabriel's the one that helps with that. Okay. Songwriters, screenwriters, people like that. He can help. So I feel like these cards really complement each other, and of course, you have Archangel Michael that can certainly help all of you with channeling too. The return, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's all coming together. And so I think this is where you start to actually accept who you are for real. You start to come into your divine purpose. Live the life of your dreams. Be who you are really meant to be. Don't be afraid to ask Michael and Gabriel for help if you like working with angels. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. Yeah, so, I think that can be said for probably most things. Yeah, you have some great ideas, but you need to actually think about it and, reflect upon it. Do some self-reflection, some introspection. Go within and, do like that list of pros and cons, write out your goals. Just be organized about it, because sometimes when you get all that creative energy like downloaded on you, it can feel very like heady, very like almost like a utopia, and you get sort of out of it. So just keep that in mind, just to stay like super grounded. Okay. And then you get Page of Wands, which is creativity. So Page of Wands, pages deliver news, right? And their news is usually about some kind of like business endeavor, something to do with creativity, entrepreneurship, business, making money, anything like that. So you have that definitely coming in July. Okay. So look forward to that in July and start setting things up in June. Start getting yourself ready in June to start living this July lifestyle where you are just creative and you are putting forth your ideas and life gets amazing. And then you get Six of Wands, which is the success card. And so what you do, it's going to be successful. Okay. So come like August, things really start to come together. And so the seeds that you plant in June really get fired up in July. And then in August, it's like, oh, wow, things are getting pretty amazing. And I would suspect by September, you actually start feeling like a different person. So I think you should be really excited about your summer, pile two. Stay grounded, but, do that introspection, reflection type work, because you do have like amazing things coming to you. But your summer looks really exciting. Make sure you put in the comments, what pile you chose, how it resonated, and then keep tabs with me, let me know, because whenever you put a comment below, I'll always see it, okay? All right, thank you so much, pile 2 people. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of I have my watermelon water in my ladybug glass here. Okay. Okay, so welcome pile 3 people. You're the ones that chose this adorable little mushroom. Love him. He will hang out with the owl and the rose while we unpack. So what I'll do first is I will lay out each card, and then we will go through each one, we'll unpack it, and we'll figure out what your summer is going to be like. So here we go from the tea leaf cards. So you get August. So August has some kind of special meaning for you. August is going to be an important month. Key, successful outcome to your problems. So if you start to feel, I guess, like you're having issues this summer, things, really start to turn around in August. And I love these little crystal ball cards. You're going in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. The card of home and like just reclaiming what's yours. I like that. Roots, reconnection. Then for angel numbers, you get 14. I am practical. I am practical. You are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. Okay, so 14. You get the card of 14. Put that right there. And then with the Rose Oracle, plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. Okay, so I'm starting to see a theme here. Like you're pretty grounded, you're down to earth. Very different than my other piles. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. This is the Archangel Michael deck. Make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. And sometimes we do need to hear that, don't we? Like, you are worthy. You deserve good things, right? Trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the path of growth. Well, that's beautiful. And then with the Oracle, I always want to say Oracle with these cards. I don't know why. Or I call them Toracle. But they are tarot, but they just feel like Oracle cards to me for some reason. But this is actually the Ocean Tarot deck. You get King of Wands, practicality. And then Two of Swords, crossroads. Okay, so let's go through this a bit. So August, we know, is important for you, okay? So towards the end of the summer, things really start to take off. Things become like a lot clearer. And probably partially because you are practical and down to earth. This is a very grounded, these cards are very grounded. So this is a very grounded reading. So there is a lot of just being down to earth and practical, reliable, stable, that sort of thing. But also too, in August, successful outcome to your problems. So if you start to feel like in June and July, like, I wanted this didn't happen. Like this fell through. I thought this was going to happen. I thought my summer was going to be this way. And then August rolls around. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Things just got a whole lot better. So you might just have to like sit and wait a little bit because you are going in the right direction. You are doing the right things. Why? I think because you're practical and down to earth, first of all, but you are doing the right things. Okay. So don't worry about that. Like, you are going in the right direction. Listen to your intuition. And I know you guys, when you get intuition, you like say intuitive messages, you guys are always going to be probably questioning them a bit because that's who you are. But, you know, with a bit of chakra work, you know, like usually I tell people open up their root chakra, ground themselves. I think you guys have already done that. You would probably want to work a bit more, like say, on your solar plexus chakra, right? The yellow chakra in your belly area. That has to do with your self-confidence, your self-esteem, trusting yourself, trusting these messages, because you are getting them. And then you get home and reconnection. So I wouldn't be surprised if you either went back to the home you were raised in, or you was doing things with family. You bought a home, you reconnected with people from your past, something to do with your past, with home, that sort of thing, with your parents, grandparents, old friends, like say from high school, things like that. There's that's coming in, okay, later in the summer. So funny. I am practical 14. So you might start seeing 14, and it might get broken up in funny ways, because if you do actually break this down in numerology, this would be a 5, right? And so 5 is the card of change. And I would suspect that this group doesn't love change. Like, I love change. Some people don't like change. But I can tell you there is change coming for you in August. Okay. It's wonderful to be practical, but you also need to like open yourself up, allow your imagination to just blossom and grow, you know, allow that to happen. And you are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. So yeah, I just feel like actually this is like a card of change, and you're so practical that it's going to be almost like a going back and forth, like should I, shouldn't I? Because you're going to be presented with some things that you should change. So plant yourself here actually goes back to these cards, doesn't it? Integration, embodiment, grounded action. So yeah, I mean, we know that you guys are grounded, but it also says plant yourself here. And so this does have to do with going back to your roots. I wouldn't be surprised if you did some genealogy, DNA testing, you know, looking up your family tree, connecting with those in your family tree. Being concerned about your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, things like that. I just get like such a strong sense of family and history with this group, okay? After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over, acceptance. So if you feel like you have been through a lot this summer, June, July, like, like my family in particular, or house issues, housing issues even are a problem, there's a silver lining. It's going to end. You're not going to be stuck in that energy forever. Come August, things really start looking up for you. So you get 2 cards about making a decision. Make a decision, you're at a crossroads. So what I want you to do is in June and July, start figuring out what it is you want to do next. Because clearly there's a decision you've been putting off. Should I go here? Should I go there? Should I do this? Should I not do that? Like this kind of thing. Like you're going back and forth, back and forth. Like you have to actually make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself, or are you prioritizing others? And it's good to be, you know, caring towards others, right? Because we all want to be good people. But at the same time, if you're not practicing self-care and caring about yourself, then what good is it, right? You know, like it's like that saying, you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first when, you know, the airplane's going down so you can help other people. You know, you need to do that. And you also do have to make a decision. And so there's that with trust and divine purpose. So everything that's been happening has divine meaning, healing will come. You're on a path of growth. Okay. So you're growing, you're expanding. Things are becoming better. It's going to take, most of the summer before you see any like great changes, new things coming in. But I think if you lay the right seeds and you start doing the work in June and July, things get so much better in August. And then practicality. So funny. Yes. You literally get the card of practicality. I am practical. So yes, you guys have strong roots, but you are going on the right path, and there is a successful outcome to your problems. And you are at that crossroads. You have to make that decision. And the thing is, in traditional tarot, with this card, she has the blindfold on, but it's so loose she could just take it off. So it's like she's trying to make a decision without even seeing what she's doing. So take the blindfold off, see reality for what it is, make the decision, because there is a good outcome coming. Things are going to get like amazingly better, but sometimes like you're almost like practical to a fault. I mean, it's good to like have plans. Like I always tell people, don't quit your day job, to pursue your hobby, right? You want to have some integration there. But, some of you are like practical and just too rooted, too grounded. It's like to a fault. So try to trust more in this whole process. And just know that if you've been going through a difficult time, that's coming to an end soon. It's coming to an end, around August. So, all right, my dear pile 3 people, it was a pleasure making this video for you. And please leave me a comment. And if you haven't, like, subscribe, comment, go to my website, dianneaquarius.com, check out membership, and I will see you all for the next video. Bye, everyone.